Welcome, Eurovision fans! It is time to finally look at Kobi's run on HaKokhav HaBa, or Rising Star, and I want to rank Kobi Marimi's performances, finally, after all this time. I know this is out late, but I did arrange the list a while ago, so I wanted to go back through it and actually give you my opinions on the rankings of these songs. It was hard to do. I went back and I listened to all the songs again, and there's a balance here of, performance-wise, how good he did in that performance, and also how much I love a certain song went into it a little bit too. Because there's always that bias of maybe I really like one song more than the other, and if they sound similar, that I put the one I like above the other one, and I'll explain that, if that happens on this list. So we'll go through that, and I will give you my opinions on Kobi's journey. I would love to hear your list too. What songs do you rank? You don't have to go through the whole list, but maybe give me your top three. I know a lot of people have a hard time with this because they're all good, they're all great, so it's hard to pick between them. So I found it incredibly hard after picking my top couple and my bottom couple. The middle was extremely hard to pick for me because there were some standouts and there was probably two that I thought were a little lacking. But everything I would put would be a B ranking or a higher as far as grades go. So yeah, I'm just going to go through and read off the list and give my reasons. So number 12, I have Diamonds. Yeah, I actually had a very thoughtful viewer who wrote into me that maybe my perception of Diamonds was wrong. That he tried to sound, make it sound a little more Turkish, and it just didn't connect with the audience, and that maybe it wasn't Kobi's lack of connection with the song, but people just didn't understand what he was going for. And listening to that again, I could see that for sure. There was a definite disconnect with the audience, so maybe it wasn't Kobi himself that was disconnected from the song. However, in listening to it again, it's still my least favorite performance. Again, it's still a very, very good and solid performance, but compared to the others, it just wasn't my favorite. So I would say the Diamonds song by Rihanna is just the tail end of these songs, and it's not bad at all. I'm not trying to say that, but I think when you looked at his family, you looked at everybody, this of course was a song he went home on. Everybody was scared for him. Everybody was kind of unsure after this performance. I think this was one of the harder episodes from the people's perspective, but yeah, I have to put Diamonds at number 12. So number 11, I'm going to go with Russian Roulette. Again, a good song, a good solid performance, but I guess I kind of felt a little disconnected from Russian Roulette as compared to some of the others. That's really more of a personal opinion call. Number 10, Mad World. Mad World is probably my least favorite song of this repertoire. Mad World, he did great on it. He made it sound emotional and strong, and it's just more of a personal opinion. Mad World just isn't a song that I like as much as some of the others. Number 9 is going to be Let It Be. This should feel higher probably for a lot of people. Let It Be probably is high on a lot of other people's lists. But I gotta say, as far as songs go, he performed flawlessly. He looked professional. He came out there in, top form in the finale and sang Let It Be. But, again, I just didn't love the song itself as much as some of the others. But his performance made me love the song. I'll say that. It's not a song that I listen to regularly or anything, but I do want to hear Kobi's version over and over when I hear it. So yeah, he turned me kind of into a fan of Let It Be. But for all intents and purposes, I have to put it at number 9. Number 8, Fuego. Now we get into the songs that I really truly loved. So these 8 of them I really loved. Flawless A+ performances from here. Fuego was so much fun. I love the Kobe was really showing off his personality, and I loved the fire and the flames and everything. Everything about this performance was so much fun, and I really enjoy it. It's one of the more memorable songs, actually, from the entire show. Hearing him up there, and I think the crowd was really into it. It was so much fun to listen to. So, yeah, I have Fuego at number 8. Number 6 and number 7, I actually flip-flopped many times. I'm going to have to go with number 7 is going to be Circle of Life. I had it at number 6, but at the last minute I had to flip-flop on last minute. Because number 6 I'm putting Always. So let's go to Circle of Life. Circle of Life at 7. Again, fun performance, made me love the song even more. Makes me want to lift my cat into the air and do that along with him as he's singing. Just great performance by Kobi. I remember how colorful it was and vibrant on stage. I really enjoyed his version. And he really made Circle of Life come to life. And that's what I appreciated about that. And then number 6, Always. Again, I feel like a lot of people are going to have Always a lot higher than I do. I think he did so good with it. I've even been pushing it up the past couple of days, but there's so many iconic performances that at the end of the day, I just had to push some of the other ones a little bit higher. And again, that's first based on personal opinion and how I felt about the songs. So Always so good, solid, and one of my favorite covers he's done, but I just have it a little behind some of the others. Number 5 is going to be Sweet Dreams. There is iconic beginning of the show. This is who Kobi is at the start. He's fumbling around. He's nervous. He can't even hardly go on stage and sing. You can tell in his face he just lacks some confidence, and it's really humbling to see him going through that, to see him go through those, steps of the show. He really grew as a person, and you can tell. And as much as I want to put some songs like Let It Be and Always higher, this is so genuine, this Sweet Dreams. It is genuine Kobi, who he is at his core, that I can't put those other songs higher than this one. It really was touching to see just how much it meant to him to come out there and perform Sweet Dreams. It was, I mean, one of the most iconic performances of all Eurovision season in the pre-shows, all the shows, the selection shows. It is one of the best just to see him out there and showing who he is, and just his growth from A to B was phenomenal, and Sweet Dreams was kind of the start of that. Now we're going to get into the songs that I love a good tearjerker, and pretty much all these other songs made me cry, which probably a good reason why they're so high, because of how much I love them. Number 4 was Jar of Hearts. Oh man, he made me just bawl like a baby during this. And of all the songs from the show that I've shared with friends here in the USA, of all the people I've shared Kobi videos for, Jar of Hearts has had like the biggest reaction from everybody. I had somebody tell me that they were in an abusive relationship, and hearing this song was like another step in healing for that. Kobi's version of that song has touched people's lives here in the USA. And I say that, people I've shared the videos with, people love that so much. And so it was really nice of me to be able to help others by sharing the music. And I wish Kobi could know how many people he's touched all around the world, because his version of Jar of Hearts was touching people left and right here in the USA. And just making people feel better and, making their lives better. So, Jar of Hearts was my number 4. Just beautiful, beautiful version Kobi did. And really loved it. Number 3, Knockin' on Heaven's Door. Kobi's back. after getting knocked out of the competition and then brought back. He came back and knocked it out of the park with Knockin' on Heaven's Door. And he came back strong and gave that performance. And it was just, you knew he was back and ready to fight for his spot at Eurovision. And in the contest, he nailed this one out of the park. Knockin' on Heaven's Door was probably my second favorite song if you're looking at my favorite songs overall. But there's one song that inched past it because of the effect it had. Huge. Number 2, This Is Me. I never ever thought that I'd be putting, if I looked at a list of songs, This Is Me as my number 2 song on the Kobi list. This Is Me destroyed me in such a good way. Seeing him out there, I've never seen such conviction from Kobi in singing a song as in This Is Me. He's out there just, this is me, this is who I am, this is who I'm meant to be. And at the end, when he starts crying and breaking down, I'm like, oh man, you can see it in my video, I just started bawling. I mean, that probably made me, I don't know, I don't want to say the happiest after hearing it, but I mean, I'm getting tears in my eyes right now talking about it. That just made me so happy hearing that song, seeing that, and it's like that's when he figured out who he was as a singer and who he was as a person. You know, I know he figured out things before that, but that moment just seemed huge right there. This is me. So good, so good. That was my number 2 performance of his entire journey. Just smiling thinking about it, and I was so proud of him after hearing that song and hearing how he did there. It was phenomenal. And that leaves you with my number 1. I got tears in my eyes just talking about it. That's how happy this all makes me. The number 1 is Hallelujah. And for right now, I'm going to give you my reaction to listening to it for the 3rd or 4th time right here. Yeah, so I just got done watching Hallelujah again. And this is why it's number 1 on my list. Because I've seen it before. And it's making me crying. It's so good. It's just perfect. And that's why it's number 1 on my list. Just tears again. It just has an effect. There's nothing, no flaws in Hallelujah. Kobi's version, nothing. So you're gonna see this video. Look what it did to me again. Of course, this happened about 2 or 3 other times. Every time I listen to Kobi's music, this happens. Amazing. Hallelujah. So as you can see, again, I was really touched by that. It's the perfect song, the perfect voice for the perfect song. Hallelujah is always a song that's made me cry. I mean, I used to listen to it, a couple other versions, and it's a really special song. And to hear Kobi do it in such a way, I don't know that I've ever heard it sung better than with Kobi Marimi. So that's one of the reasons I was so touched by it. Phenomenal performance, phenomenal performer. I'm so happy that Kobi has been so consistently funny and brilliant personality and kind. And I actually, man, some people I heard call him pretentious and all these things and that he was fake crying. I'm like, are you kidding me? Y'all don't know anything about his journey, what he's been through. And if you think he's up there fake crying on stage, it's ridiculous. Who are you to judge how other people's emotions come out? You know, it's stupid. And it was really annoying to hear that. But I heard a lot of people calling him pretentious, and there's only one act at Eurovision I found completely pretentious, and it was my number 41 song. I'm not going to even go there because it's my opinion, and I'm keeping that one to myself. But it wasn't Kobi. Kobi was in my top five. He definitely got some votes from me, from my friends, because even though I'm from the U.S., I have friends in Europe, and I had them voting for Kobi, and Netherlands, and then Albania, and some of the other countries too. I had votes for Serbia. Um, yeah, it's a shame what happened. I think it was ridiculous that Kobe got zero jury points, and then a country like North Macedonia got so many for such what I call an average song. Kobe's song was a lot stronger, in my opinion. It's a shame how they treat the winners the year after the Eurovision Song Contest. So I'm sorry that happened. I wish he would have gotten a higher result. I felt very strongly about him making it to push for the top 10. He deserved it. If it were reflective of his work, he would have been in the top 10. But I'm very happy and honored to get to know Kobi Marimi this Eurovision season, and I can't wait for his other music in the future. I can't wait to see what comes out. And I know Kobe's going into theater. He's got a big production, and his first shows are all sold out, and he's going to have a bright career. But I hope he sticks with music too and comes out with new songs, because I'll be right here to cover all of them. And if you all want to let me know when he releases something, if I miss it, do that. There's also an awesome group on Facebook for Kobi Marimi fans that I just joined, and I'm going to post a link to that here in the description. So if you also want to join the group, the people there seem wonderfully nice, and I'm sure they'd love to have you if you're a fan of Kobi Marimi and his music. So I'll post the link to the group in the comment section and pin it. So yeah, let me know, what are your top 12 Kobi Marimi songs? So here's my rundown list again quickly. Number 12, Diamonds. Number 11, Russian Roulette. Number 10, Mad World. Number 9, Let It Be. Number 8, Fuego. Number 7, Circle of Life. Number 6, Always. Number 5, Sweet Dreams. Number 4, Jar of Hearts. Number 3, Knockin' on Heaven's Door. Number 2, This Is Me. And number 1, Hallelujah. So that is my top 12 Kobi Marimi songs on Rising Star of Israel, the selection show for Eurovision. So yeah, let me know what you think and your lists in the comment section below. And for now, Lethargic Sloth, out.